yesterday, I'd be lying if I said we didn't have a little scare, injury scare with a superstar, best wide receiver in the league, quality player in Cooper Kupp. Tough one yesterday. A little bit of waiting. You never want to hear from, the head coach of the football team saying, I hope he's going to be okay. I don't know the details. Like anytime your coach is saying, I don't know about like your top player, obviously Aaron Donald's probably like the best, but Cooper Kupp is the best receiver in the NFL. And, I just think that going into this, if you guys didn't know, by the way, Cooper Kupp did get hurt yesterday. He pulled up with a hamstring injury. We now know was really gingerly getting off the field. And so I was on Kick last night streaming, and I was asked to give an update as soon as we find out more. And normally I'm not really interested in these like injury updates because it ends up being okay. But just because of how much panic there was yesterday, I decided to give one. And so now, Cooper Kupp walks off the field with trainers midway through practice, according to Eric Williams yesterday, who was at camp, had a video that, briefly shows Cooper Kupp running a route and then slowing down in a red zone play. He pulls up, and it's not anything like on the level, like Joe Burrow's looked pretty bad. But it looks like he's going to be okay. Adam Schefter just reported, this morning that he underwent an MRI on his hamstring. And while the team will be very cautious with him, one source said he potentially could be back for scrimmages in a few weeks. Personally, I wouldn't be rushing him back to scrimmages. I understand you want to get this guy, practice time. You want to get this guy reps. I was talking about this yesterday with Cameron Lynch because we'll be putting out an Off the Edge episode later today. But before, we actually recorded it, I was like, look, something has to give. I mean, you have the whole thing that happened with Tim Patrick, who tore his Achilles right after coming back from a torn ACL last year. You had the thing with, obviously Jalen Ramsey going to miss the majority of the season, Joe Burrow getting hurt. So something has to change. I think in the next CBA, we're probably going to see, some restrictions in training camp. There's going to have to be some sort of load management as Cam, was telling me. And I agree with that. I actually agree with that. Because you can't have this, you can't be losing premium players. It doesn't hurt, it only hurts your brand. It hurts the NFL. It hurts your team. You don't get as many guys on the field, that you would normally. And so it does seem like everybody's getting hurt this year. Although I guess we say that every year, but, it looks like the Rams dodged a bullet on this one, to be fair, because look, like Cooper Kupp could have suffered something a lot worse. Non-contact, you never want to see that. But it also, I saw the video, it's on Twitter. Eric Williams tweeted it. It really didn't look bad. And sometimes it doesn't have to look bad. There have been torn ACLs that didn't look bad, but sometimes that's all it takes. So, Cooper Kupp, I think, is going to be okay. And that's the important thing. The idea that one source said he potentially could be back for scrimmages in a few weeks, I'm going to say if somebody is saying that, they were confident enough to say that, I think I would definitely not rule him out to be back for week 1. I think he's not going to miss any time. They just need to be careful with this because hamstring injuries can linger if you don't treat this the right way. And the way I look at this is that the Rams could cause something bigger if they rush him back too soon. Because if your hamstring is not, fully intact, we'll say, then you could risk injuring another part of your body. And so I would just be very cautious about this. I understand that there are going to be people that are a little concerned about, Cooper Kupp not getting these reps. Maybe he needs these reps. I don't think he does. Because the issue last year wasn't Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford being on the same page. The issue last year was everybody else. And now like Cooper Kupp is the one guy where if he had to basically sit out all of training camp and preseason, I'm okay with that because I know Cooper Kupp is going to be on the same page as Stafford. If this was Tutu Atwell, I'd be more concerned because Tutu Atwell needs these reps with Stafford. If this was Van Jefferson, I'd be more concerned. He needs these reps with Stafford. Honestly, if this was Tyler Higbee, same thing applies. I think Stafford has an incredible connection with two guys on this roster, Cooper Kupp and Tyler Higbee. So if it was any of those guys, Cooper Kupp it is, and if it was Tyler Higbee, I'd be saying the same thing. But right now, the important thing is Tutu Atwell, Van Jefferson, Puka Nacua, Demarcus Robinson, Tyler Johnson, all those guys getting reps, Ben Skoranek and Lance McCutcheon, all getting reps with Matthew Stafford. That's the most important thing, okay? And so that's what I would say. Cooper Kupp is going to be okay from the looks of it. Obviously, stranger things have happened, but I don't think Adam Schefter's tweeting this thing in the morning, without a rock-solid source. So, look, at the end of the day, this is not ideal. It's annoying, and it's just a reminder of how easy it is to get hurt in this league, how easy it is to get hurt in training camp. And, I think really what it comes down to is they're going to have to be very, very, very careful with Cooper Kupp here. And I think he still needs to be somewhat active. You don't want to, push that hamstring too much, but you need to be somewhat active so you're not going to be, you don't risk injuring another part of your body. So I think that's important is you got to find that balance. The silver lining here, okay? The silver lining here for those of you that are interested is that now maybe some guys who weren't going to get opportunities to play are going to get that opportunity to get those reps. If you wanted Puka Nacua to get more reps with Stafford, this could certainly lead to it. Tutu Atwell was already getting those reps in Van Jefferson, but this is an opportunity to see what you have in other guys. And it's going to be that way for the next few weeks. So, of course, let's be real here. Cooper Kupp was not playing a preseason game either. So there's also that for sure. But yeah, this is just one of those things where you kind of hold your breath until the MRI comes out. And when the MRI comes out, if it's good, then you just kind of thank your lucky stars because not every team is as lucky as the Rams were in this instance. Unfortunately, poor Tim Patrick on the Denver Broncos is done for the year, back-to-back seasons in a practice. Rams got lucky. And, that's one thing I'll say is that, again, injuries suck. But we've seen this stuff turn out a lot worse, and I'm glad it didn't end up being that. So, Cooper Kupp, injury update for you. He is going to be okay as long as the Rams don't rush him back. And hearing the team is going to be very cautious with him does not tell me they're rushing him back anytime soon. So, what's up, Exotic Soy Sauce? How we doing? Jazz Flute, appreciate you guys being in here. Rusty says, why can't we have nice things? I don't know. I mean, at the same time, it's going to be okay. I'm not worried. This could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. Darren, from his rookie season till today, Cooper has been injury prone. No other way to slice it. I get what you're saying, but I mean, he kind of took a freak fall last year when he's going up to catch a pass. He gets hit on low when John Wolford overthrows him. The ACL tear, I mean, that could happen to anybody. And this injury, I mean, hamstrings get hurt. It happens. And I don't think he's going to miss week 1. I would be shocked. Let me just say that right now. I'm going to put that on record. I would be stunned if Cooper Kupp missed week 1. Stunned. They're not talking about weeks. They're talking about, okay, maybe he's back at the end of August doing scrimmages. That's what they're talking about right now. He's going to miss a few weeks. It's going to be okay. This could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. Kupp going to get for this again. Jake, yeah, I mean, again, he needs to stay healthy. I get that, but I don't think this is a lack of like durability. You know what I mean? They're also being really cautious, like, so from his rookie season. Okay, I saw that. As long as he is there for the season, don't rush him back. Yeah, he'll be there for week 1. He's not missing any games. I do not see him missing any games because Adam Schefter wouldn't be coming out and saying that, Cooper Kupp is going to potentially be back in a few weeks for scrimmages. If he was going to miss week 1, like, he would have heard more than that by now. They should really try to bring someone in at wide receiver because he's got injury history. Oh, they did. They went out and they got DeMarcus Robinson. They went out and they got Tyler Johnson. I think they're fine. I actually, and it's funny, I was talking about this, to Alexis yesterday. I don't think people realize how dangerous this Rams offense can be. And the reason I say that is I point to the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes. This league is so quarterback driven. If you have a quarterback on the level of Matthew Stafford and you have one guy in Cooper Kupp that is like a superstar, okay? We saw it last year. Juju Smith-Schuster is a good receiver. I'm not knocking Juju, okay? But Marquez Valdes-Scantling isn't turning any heads. Sky Moore isn't turning any heads, okay? It's Travis Kelce. They won the Super Bowl last year with their first-round running back turning into a complete bust. They won the Super Bowl last year with the 7th-round running back starting half the games, bringing back Jerick McKinnon and putting him in a serious role in the passing game. They won a Super Bowl last year with Marquez Valdes-Scantling being one of the starters. Valdes-Scantling isn't starting over Cooper Kupp or Van Jefferson on this team. He's not. So everyone keeps saying this team doesn't have weapons. They should have signed DeAndre Hopkins. And what I would say to that is that this team is fine. The defense is unproven. It doesn't mean they're bad. And the offense, first off, the offensive line got better. With this team, it seems like everyone wants to ignore that fact just because it's fun to just crap on an offensive line. The offensive line wasn't even bad until the injuries kicked in, which was, by the way, week 1. So they were never healthy. So I look at this team and I'm like, I see these, like, whatever analysts are trying to say, and I'm like, look, if Cooper Kupp plays week 1, which he's going to, as long as he does, you're coming out the gate with Cooper Kupp and Van Jefferson. Let's not forget Van Jefferson in his 2nd year in the league, 800 yards receiving. His 3rd year, he's banged up the majority of the season. Okay? This guy is still a 16 to 17 yards per catch guy that can stretch the field. We're finding out that Tutu Atwell is probably going to be that 3rd receiver. Atwell can play in the slot. He can play on the boundary. So can Cooper Kupp. So can Van. These guys are interchangeable. Then you look at Cam Akers. What we're hearing is that Cam Akers is rotating in and out with Kyron Williams in practices. Kyron Williams just caught a touchdown yesterday in camp, a long touchdown down the sideline from Matthew Stafford. So when I keep saying Kyron Williams is going to have a serious role in this offense, and I keep getting laughed at about it, and people are like, no, Zach Evans. I'm telling you, Kyron is going to have a serious role in this offense. So you look at Cam Akers, you look at Kyron Williams. They added Royce Freeman for an additional, body there in the running back room. The receivers look fine. Tyler Higbee is still him. He's still the best tight end in Rams history, and he's still arguably a top 10 tight end in the NFL. The Rams are going to be fine on the offense. They don't need any big name or anything like that. And that's the beauty of it. That's why quarterbacks matter. You don't need to go crazy. So, I'm excited about the addition of Steve Avila. And I'll be honest with you, from what I'm hearing, the camp that Tyler Johnson and Demarcus Robinson is having, the camp that Puka Nacua is having, I'm getting a little more excited. But of course, we'll see when the season rolls along. Cooper needs treatment and rejuvenation. He's a film guy, so same page, playbook is the last thing I'm concerned with. Yeah, exactly. He'll be fine. I'm not at all concerned about Cooper Kupp. I was a little, I'll admit. But if I was overly concerned, guys, I would have gone live last night. That's how you know. If I was overly concerned about Cooper Kupp's hamstring, I would have acted like the sky was falling last night. And I'll be honest with you, if Cooper Kupp was seriously injured, like to the point where they lost him for the season, that changes my opinion a little bit on the tanking. I'm not saying I'd be for tanking, but if the Rams got off to a really bad start, I would want to just see Stetson Bennett under center, not waste Matthew Stafford, and then, whatever happens, happens. Like, that's how I would feel. If they lost Cooper Kupp or Aaron Donald or somebody like that big, if they lost Stafford, like, I'm not even trying at that point. So, my alarm. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. As you can see, my voice hasn't quite recovered from like the morning. I don't know. It's a little dry. I mean, I probably could have had something to drink before I came on here, but I don't know. I normally don't go live this early. Before 11 a.m. When do you guys normally see me go live before 11 a.m.? But anyway, I thought it was important to do this. Xavier Smith reps, I need to see it, says Darren. Yeah, I think, this is an opportunity because everybody gets moved up a little bit and then he'll get moved up. And now maybe he's taking more reps from instead of getting it from Brett Rippon, who is by far going to be the number 3, maybe now he's getting it, from Stetson Bennett with the number 2s. So that's something to keep in mind. Puka reps also, however, I think he'll come in and give us Josh Reynolds production right off the bat, calling it now. He does feel, that was kind of the vibe I got, is that he does feel like that Josh Reynolds type of receiver. Now, he doesn't go up and high point the football like Reynolds did at Texas A&M, but to be fair, Reynolds didn't do that in the NFL very well either. What Nacua looks like to me is somebody that could be similar to like Debo. Because of, you look at his ability, his body control, but his ability after the catch, his ability in the bubble screens and things like that to make things happen. He kind of gives me the Debo vibes. I'm not even going to lie. So I'm not saying he'll be Debo Samuel, but kind of that play style. And keep in mind, when people compare others to others, like when I compare Anthony Richardson to Patrick Mahomes, I'm not saying he's going to be the greatest quarterback of all time. But play style wise, I believe it's similar. Same thing applies with Puka Nacua and Debo. I think they're similar. Guys, be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. Looks like we got a bunch of people in here. Wow, it's early. Alex just watched me like, what, 3? No, not 3. Like 6 hours ago we were live? No, not quite. More like 8, right? 8 or 9? I don't know. Alex just watched me 8 hours ago playing Warzone and getting pissed off beyond all reason. And now he's like, wait, what? Why is he live again? Monty Brown TV, thank you so much for the 5. Really appreciate the donation, especially this early in the morning. Salute my brother Jake. Cooper Kupp hurt. Oh my God. It's okay, Monty. We're going to be okay. We're going to make it. Looks like Cooper Kupp dodged a bullet there. As I was mentioning earlier, really do appreciate you, by the way, donating. That's freaking awesome. What a way to start the day, right? I feel Kupp will be back in week 4 or 5, maybe 7. I don't. Cooper Kupp won't miss week 1. It's okay. No reason to panic. Cooper Kupp will not miss week 1. If he was going to miss week 1, we'd already know. They would know. There wouldn't be any doubt. He would miss week 1, period. Like, that would be out there. It would be like week 1 is in doubt or week 1 is up in the air. To not even mention week 1, to hear scrimmages before week 1 in the tweet, that tells me all I need to know. Their timeline is he's going to be fine. They're going to be very cautious with him. There you go. So I'm not worried about that. He's not going to miss week 1. Stafford has to stay healthy also for the season. He doesn't need to get... Well, yeah, I agree with you, Chacha. I mean, Stafford 100% is going to have to stay healthy too. That kind of goes without saying. It also reminds me when Isaac Bruce popped his hamstring against the Vikings in the divisional round in 99. Yeah, but luckily this isn't during the season. It's not in a game. It was in a controlled environment. They were able to get him off the field after. They didn't card him either. Like he gingerly walked off the field. That's actually a good sign. Now, don't get me wrong, carding him might have made the most sense, but they probably didn't want to raise any alarms with that. Because as soon as you cart somebody off the field, it's like the next day, the news headline is, oh, so-and-so carted off the field. Never sounds good, right? So, yeah. Any big-time wide receiver free agents? No, Rod, there's not going to be anybody at this point, of the season where you're going to find any big names. Big time, anyway. You might find big names, but honestly, I think the offensive line was that good from the beginning of the season. Oh, you didn't think the offensive line was good from the beginning? See, I disagree. I think the offensive line was in for a good year, and it was right out of the get-go. I mean, that's the thing that I think we all need to realize. The Rams had a very unlucky season, okay? The reason they were so bad is because they got hurt day one. So as soon as the season kicks off, first off, they were already dealing with injuries. Stafford wasn't practicing in camp, so he didn't build any rapport with Allen Robinson. Van Jefferson, who was supposed to, take that next leap forward, he's hurt almost the entire camp. So that was the big thing. Is he going to play week 1? Is he not? He doesn't come back way later, And so really, it just came down to Matthew Stafford in a shortened season because you won the Super Bowl, so you didn't get the full off season. You lose Von Miller. OBJ, you find out, isn't going to be ready. It was kind of a whole big thing. And then you go into the season and you're like, okay, well, they weren't able to really get on the same page and the same rapport and all that. But at the same time, it's like, okay, we're good. We're healthy, all that. Immediately, Brian Allen, like shit hit the fan. It was like Brian Allen, Joe Noteboom, and that's an issue. And then you let Austin Corbett go in the offseason. So, your depth isn't as good. And immediately, if you're suffering those injuries, your depth isn't going to be good. Coleman Shelton was playing guard. Now, if Coleman Shelton gets hurt, you're down to your third string center. See how that works. So I think this offensive line's underrated. I'll say it. I think from left to right, when you look at Alec Jackson at left tackle, you got at left guard, Steve Avila, center, Brian Allen / Coleman Shelton, right guard, it looks like Tremaine Ankrum, and right tackle is Rob Havenstein. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I think they're underrated. I think if they all stay healthy, that's a top 15 unit, no strings attached. And INO just mentioned as well, Logan Bruss tore his ACL in preseason. Noteboom gets hurt. Alec Jackson had a blood clot. It's like everything that could go wrong went wrong for the LA Rams last year, and it ruined everything. Like when your offensive line sucks because of all the injuries, and now you have guys that are third stringers, you're signing guys off the practice squad, you're signing guys off other teams' practice squads, and they're starting that week. When you're going out and you're getting veterans that haven't played in 2 years and you're plugging them in at left tackle, like guys like Ty Nsekhe don't get enough credit because that's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to put a 37-year-old veteran journeyman guy at left tackle and get the results you got out of him. But the problem is that when the offensive line suffers that many ridiculous injuries and you're that unlucky, it makes it incredibly hard to protect your quarterback, which makes it incredibly hard to get the ball from point A to point B to a receiver, which makes it hard to run the ball with a running back, which then puts the defense on the field the majority of the game. So 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out kills the defense. And now that one offensive line has just cratered every single aspect of your football team. And that is what happened last year. So when I say that this Rams team was unlucky last year, that might be even an understatement. And furthermore, when people are constantly sleeping on this team going into this year, like they don't have Sean McVay, who's been in 2 Super Bowls in his first 6 years in the league, like they don't have Sean McVay, who took this team from 4-12 to 11-5 overnight, I just have to ask why. And as long as Stafford stays healthy and the offensive line stays healthy, which is a tall task, it is a big ask. But if that happens, which, by the way, no one should be predicting a season based on health. If you want to say Michael Thomas, okay, Michael Thomas feels like he hasn't played in 6 years. So if you want to say, I can't trust Michael Thomas, so I don't know about the Saints receiving room, I'm all with you. I don't even know what to make of Michael Thomas. I won't draft him in fantasy. This guy never is healthy, okay? If you want to say that, fine. But, if you're like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I don't feel anything about him because he's always hurt, fine. But if you're literally predicting injuries, you're saying you can't pick the Rams because you're just like, oh, the offensive line could get hurt. Oh, Stafford could get hurt. Stafford isn't going to get hurt if the offensive line stays intact. And that's the thing. Look at Stafford in 2021 and 2022 when they won the Super Bowl. Stafford I think he was the fewest sacked quarterback, the least sacked quarterback. He didn't get sacked. So that's my opinion. I think they have more depth this year on the offensive line. I think they're going to be A-okay. But again, that's just me. Where did we leave off before we had one of our patented Jake rants? Honestly, I think the offensive line. Okay, that. I hear that DeMarcus is doing very well. I think our receivers will be solid along with Cam and Kyron rotating. I agree, Jose. And I'm hearing the same thing. It's good right now. Like this is good stuff. You like to see it. I liked the pickup of Demarcus Robinson. Some people said I was a little overzealous about it. I don't really care. I'm happy about it. Because I think the pickup of Demarcus Robinson could end up paying dividends. He's somebody he's played for some really good football teams in the Kansas City Chiefs. The last time we saw him, the last game he was playing in was a playoff game. He caught a touchdown from Tyler Huntley. So it's my big thing is that you get guys like that in there. Another thing, this guy doesn't miss any games. He's Mr. Available, okay? The best ability is availability. Guess what? DeMarcus Robinson doesn't miss football games. Guess what? DeMarcus Robinson embodies what the Rams look for. Because DeMarcus Robinson isn't just a route runner. He's not just a possession receiver. He's somebody that's willing to go and look for work. He is going to block. He is going to improvise. Okay? He's going to those guys help you. Those guys help you win football games. Simply put. Is he a sexy name? No. No one was looking at DeMarcus Robinson like, shit, I got to pick him up on my fantasy team now. No one was looking at him like, shit, I got to pick up his jersey. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're trying to win football games. You're trying to fill the cracks, fill the nooks and crannies on your roster, and that guy's going to do it. And Tyler Johnson, I say it all the time, young, talented, hasn't really been utilized, but when he was, it was Tom Brady in the playoffs, was counting on him on third downs. So these guys have experience on good football teams, and they scooped him up, and it's only gonna make guys better. So that's all I'll say in regards to that. Let's see, trying to catch up on the comments here. I feel good about this roster. I believe we'll win and grow as a team under the pressure of how stacked the schedule is. I know, I agree. And there is no intro to this season. You're going right into it right away. Rival Seattle, like on the road. Welcome back to the NFL Rams. You were 5-12 last year. You finished the season in Seattle. Now you're back in Seattle. Fun fact, Seattle never played Matthew Stafford last year at any point, and they should have lost both games to John Wolford and Baker Mayfield. I mean, let's be honest. The first game, that was we don't normally see DK Metcalf get the best of the Rams defense. The Rams have kept him in check for years. And then the second game, the officiating was such garbage that you had everybody talking about it on social media, how it was one of the worst officiated games ever. And it kept the Lions out of the playoffs, which I'm sure the NFL wanted, because they wanted their 49er Cowboy crazy every single, every bit of TV revenue, and the ratings go through the roof. And let's be honest here, we all know if the Lions made the playoffs, they were probably going to beat the Niners, and it was going to, piss on the NFL's parade. That's my theory. I know there are a lot of people out there that would believe that. Guys, we have 93 people in here. Holy shit. Appreciate you supporting. Be sure to hit the like button. We have a goal to hit 100 likes every time we go live. Initially, my plan when I went live was going to be like, yeah, I'll go live for, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes just to get a video out there, because that way I don't have to record and edit. I can just live, boom, video. You now have your Cooper Kupp update. But I'm like, well, F it. We got all these people in here. You guys want to have an actual show, I guess. So, yeah, let's keep rolling, for an hour. We just hit 30 minutes. Let's go for another 30 minutes, right? How about that? See, this is the amazing thing. As my alarm continues to go off, I have all these emergency alarms that just in the effort of being transparent with you guys, I have a hard time getting up in the morning. So I have like 80 alarms. It's kind of a joke. That was the last one though, so you won't hear anything in the background. Okay. Let's see. It's 9 here. Appreciate you, Chacho. Let's see here. You have a good one too. Take care. I'm watching from Poland, so this time I can watch live. That's awesome. I'd like to go live more early in the morning, have more of like a radio show, like early morning radio, early morning talk show. Like, I've really tried. I think the issue is I stay up so late grinding, whether it's streaming or recording content. I don't sleep much, guys. So unfortunately, like doing early morning stuff, it's hard for me to get up like early enough for this to work. But hey, this worked out. Well, we started at, 32 minutes ago. So I can't do math, but it was before 11. So yeah, I don't know. 10:44 looks like 10:43 if I'm doing the math correct. So I guess I can do math. I could do it better than Gary Sheffield Jr. Those of you who know, you know. Yeah, let's see here. Either sign Galladay or Landry. Oh yeah, those guys both are back. I wouldn't sign either. Let the young guns figure this thing out. Like, I don't want to take any reps away from Puka Nacua if he looks good. I don't want to take any reps away from Van Jefferson or Tutu Atwell or Demarcus Robinson or Tyler Johnson. If these guys are looking good in camp, I want to see these guys. I don't want to go out and get a big name just to get a big name. I don't care. That's not this team right now. This team is not F them picks. This team isn't go out and get stars. This team is build a sustainable team. Build a sustainable foundation. Sustained success is the name of the game right now for the LA Rams. They have 3 stars, so they got their big 3. But make no mistake about it, they're trying to build for the long term. They're trying to build a sustainable, a winning culture. Not one that is reliant on entirely just trading picks and such. And I'm all for it. I know Cooper Kupp, I know Kupp is really on X-Itter, but I feel like he would have posted something like, thanks for all the concern, but he'll be back. I love losing my voice. But he'll be back stronger and better, God's plan, since he's a religious guy. I don't know. I wouldn't look too much into that. not close Kupp related, but Rams related. G, what are your thoughts on McVay/Rams getting the blame for the current state of the running back market? I'm hearing Rams, Cowboys, and Shanahan's are the key culprits. I think it's bullshit, and it stems from Melvin Gordon, because Melvin Gordon just flat out, like without any sort of knowledge ahead of time, was just like, Sean McVay came out and said that he's never paying a running back again after Todd Gurley. And now here's my thing. Is it possible Sean McVay said that? Yes. But did he say that in public? No. So did Sean McVay really come out and say it? No. So you can't say, the word usage of come out and say means you went public. No, that's what it means. So when Melvin Gordon came out and started basically throwing out all that BS, people ate it up. And so they're like, oh yeah, the Rams destroyed the running back market. No, the running back market has been destroyed because you have the top heavy players like Patrick Mahomes that have to make $50 million. Look, say what you will, Patrick Mahomes is taking less money. He's trying to go the Tom Brady route. Okay. But the point is, now quarterbacks cost way too much. See, I've always said this. The NFL has an issue, okay, with the contracts and everything. I understand the quarterbacks are the most valuable, but as the cap goes up, it's not you're able to get more guys, you're able to afford more guys. It's now the quarterbacks are going to get paid even more. And we're seeing that. Daniel Jones making 40 plus million. So that's my thing. That's what's killed the running back market, is that quarterbacks are making more. Is that wide receivers have now cratered into the 20 million a year range. Defensive tackles, 20 million a year. Edge defenders, 20 million a year. And running backs don't last past 30 for the most part. So there are a lot of teams that don't want to, they don't want to put their chain on that wagon. And furthermore, you're seeing more guys like Chris Carson when he first came out of Oklahoma State in the 7th round. Seattle has always drafted running backs high. Chris Carson was a stud. They got him in the 7th. And then you just saw it again last year. He won the Super Bowl. Rookie Isaiah Pacheco out of, I believe, Rutgers, 7th round pick. And we're seeing it more and more where, you're finding talent at the running back position. And really at the end of the day, you could have Bijan Robinson. We've seen it. You got Bijan Robinson behind the worst offensive line in the league. And I mean, he's not going to have as much success as, say, a mid running back behind the best offensive line in the league. So when you have a running back, you have a position, you have a player that is so dependent on 5 other players to do their job. They're not going to get paid as much. And so that's the reason. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good question. Cowboys and Shanahan's. So Cowboys, the Cowboys paid Zeke Elliott, so I don't buy that for a second. That's the thing, okay? We're going to go and make fun and bitch and moan and complain about the running back market and blame the Rams and the Cowboys. The Rams paid Todd Gurley. They paid him. They signed him they wanted to sign him to a long-term deal. They did it. He got hurt. I love Todd. He was screwed over by the football gods, the injuries. But let's not act like the Rams, as soon as Todd came to the table and wanted to get paid, didn't pay him, because that's bullshit. And then Cowboys paid Ezekiel Elliott. He just ended his tenure with the Cowboys. So how are they getting blamed? That's what I don't understand. The 49ers acquired the contract of Christian McCaffrey. They have all that control and everything. McCaffrey's getting paid one of the highest running backs in the league. Now, if you want to say the Giants, who balked at paying Saquon Barkley, signed into a 1-year deal as part of the, franchise tag, okay. You can blame the Giants a little bit. But why we're blaming the Rams? We're blaming the Rams for paying Todd Gurley. We're blaming the Cowboys for paying Ezekiel Elliott. The Jets paid Le'Veon Bell. The Steelers didn't pay Le'Veon Bell. And I thought that was a good move. I didn't think they should have paid Le'Veon Bell. And then Le'Veon Bell held out. I mean, what I would say is this. It has to make sense. Jonathan Taylor, the common misconception here is that he's the good guy. There's no good guy in this. There's two parties that are airing out their dirty laundry on Twitter and in the media. Jim Irsay's not the good guy, and neither is Jonathan Taylor and his agent. They both look like idiots. They both look like they're not doing it the right way. Jonathan Taylor, you can't come off a down year and then expect to get paid like you just had the 1,800-yard season. It doesn't work that way. So, yeah, I wouldn't blame the Rams. I wouldn't blame the Cowboys. The Shanahans, yeah, I wouldn't blame the Shanahans either. Yeah, someone said Cap. I think this season will be better on the offensive line, though. Rod, I agree with you. Ankrum went down his first start, too. Exactly. I totally agree with you there. Paul, how's it going? It's been a while. You've been working a lot. Awesome. Love it. I have as well, I love working. I mean, you got to love what you do, of course. I didn't love working when I was in a call center every day, but I do love working now. Doesn't really feel like working. Let's see. They need to quit relying on Kupp so damn much. Offensive was too predictable at the beginning of the season. Rod, I agree with you, but I think it was all because of the lack of preparation, guys. Like Allen Robinson, Van Jefferson wasn't healthy. So really, that's why we saw so much Kupp and we saw so much Higbee. And keep this in mind. I always forget to mention this. Guys, how many reps in training camp and preseason did Cam Akers and Darrell Henderson get? Hardly any. So the Rams came into that season last year with like limited weapons available, no chemistry with Stafford whatsoever. Offensive line immediately goes down, and the running backs, the two starting running backs, barely had any reps and preparation in the offseason. Kyren Williams took, and by the way, Kyren Williams, who started in the whole joint training camp session with the Bengals, the scrimmages, Kyren Williams, who got all those reps, guess what happened to Kyren Williams? He went down with injury week 1, a freak injury on the first kickoff. Someone rolled into the back of his ankle while he was blocking. So that was the Rams season for you. They were just doomed from the start. Injuries every which way. How obnoxious. It actually pisses me off thinking about it. It's just my God. 33 likes, guys. Let's be sure to get those up. Hit the thumbs up. If you're on mobile, you see the chat right here, the live chat. Just swipe out of the chat, and it'll bring you to the video, just the video, and it'll show below, and you'll be able to hit the thumbs up. It goes a long way. We have a goal of hitting 100 every single time. If we do that, it's basically showing YouTube I'm consistent as all hell with my viewership, and people like my content. So what YouTube is going to do is be like, damn, people like Jake. I'm going to show more Jake to people that might like him. And that's how we get new people. If you're wondering how new people show up, it's because of the algorithm. You have Rams fans that are constantly searching Rams content. YouTube knows because YouTube is taking all of that data in, and they're like, man, I don't know, the last, let's say five live streams Jake has done have had some sort of Rams content in the title, although I'm bad. I got to put Rams, Cooper Kupp Rams injury update. Probably makes sense. We got to put Rams in that tag. But yeah, YouTube will be like, oh, damn, 5 live streams in a row. We've had over 100 likes. I'm going to recommend this dude. Let's get him more people in here. Like more Rams fans need to see this guy. That's how YouTube works with you. So appreciate you guys that already have, and appreciate you guys that will. 44 likes. So yes, people definitely did. Let's see here. We got thoughts on tight end Davis Allen and Hunter Long. I love Davis Allen. Long term, Davis Allen is going to be a problem. Okay. I really like Davis Allen. Look at his contested catches on tape at Clemson. He was fun, man. He was fun to watch. He doesn't run faster than everybody on the field. He doesn't have to. He doesn't separate. I don't care. The guy is a vice grip. When he gets the ball, when he gets his hands on the football, he doesn't let it go. So this is somebody I see as a red zone threat. Down the road, he'll be a starting tight end, I believe. I don't think they're rushing him or anything. I know he actually was banged up. And Hunter Long, I don't know what to make of Hunter Long. Kind of a throw-in in that deal. I'm not too worried about him, to be honest with you, if I'm being brutally honest. I just realized, guys, I never do this. But guess what I did? Because I'm a dumbass. You guys didn't even tell me this. Shame on you. No, I'm kidding. I went live because obviously it's early in the morning and my brain isn't at full capacity right now. I went live in the morning without any tags on my video. So we went live, no tags. So no one can actually search this shit at all. It's just basically, the title, right? I'm always good about this stuff, but I failed. So no tags and no thumbnail. So this is the ugliest looking live stream I think I've ever done. And we have over 100 people in here. So just imagine, I could look at that in the positive way and be like, we have over 100 people. But I could also look at this like my dumbass. If I was actually prepared and I had a good thumbnail, we'd have over 200. And that's how I look at things. I could always be better, It's just yeah. And said, damn, JE is live. Yeah, it's just, oh man. You saw my face? Okay. Oh, are they just showing my face as the thumbnail? That's different. I guess we're fine. I'm still going to make a thumbnail right now while I'm talking with you guys because that's just me. By the way, fun fact, our biggest stream when it happened, when Matthew Stafford became a Ram, was actually about the Senior Bowl. I had Blaine Grisack on, and Blaine and I were talking about the Senior Bowl. Then the Stafford news dropped. I got wind of that, immediately changed the thumbnail. We went from 60 live live viewers, to over 500 in about a minute. So this is why thumbnails and changing the titles and having tags and such is so important. It's why I put such an emphasis. It's why I overdo it, but I care so much. You know what I mean? That's the thing is I don't want to let that shit go by the wayside. So I am going to put a thumbnail though, because otherwise no one's going to click on this after it's not a live stream anymore. That's just the way it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles, Let's see. I'm going to be nice about the Cooper Kupp one. I could go clickbaity with the thumbnail. I'm not going to. There's no point. And by the way, there's no such thing as clickbait if you actually give people what they want in the video. And that's my thing. I'm all about that. I don't like clickbait. I'll never have clickbait because I plan to give people back why they came to my video. I think that's the big thing there. It's important there. So let's see here. We'll do that. Man, Cooper Kupp, his beard just continues to get bigger and bigger. It's literally coming out of the helmet now. That's crazy. Just the more you know. I just noticed it. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, we're making the thumbnail right now, folks. Just bear with me. It'll be all good. Wow. Let's see. We're already over 400 views. Not bad. Y'all showed out. Appreciate you. I love these impromptu live streams. I could just go live and just be like, yeah, we're going to go live because I freaking feel like it. Let's see. I'm just going to do Kupp is okay. We'll do that. Yeah. That looks good. All right. So we're going to put that up and we'll have a thumbnail and things will be good. And then we can get back to our regularly scheduled program. Except it's never regularly scheduled. No matter how many, little things I want to do. Oh, yeah, I'm going to plan this out. I'm going to have this. This is my new, whatever you want to call it, schedule. Having a schedule has never worked out for me. I'll lose power. I'll always get screwed over by it. So that's what I found. I just like going live when I want to go live. And you guys have adapted to that from what I've noticed. A schedule sounds nice in theory, but the problem is it never works out. The shit never works out. I've tried it. It just doesn't work out. Okay. Let's go to look at the comments here. Okay, saw that. What's up, Paul? Do you think we will trade Noteboom? Says Takeover. I don't think so, but I wouldn't be shocked if middle of the season, if he's not playing, because I think they want to use him as a swing tackle. I think he's going to lose the job to Alec Jackson, and I think they're going to use him as a very, obviously very expensive swing tackle, and I think that with Noteboom, he's going to be that sixth guy. So let me just make this very clear. Goal line packages could be absolutely lethal having him as that sixth offensive lineman. Okay, I'm not even going to lie. That could be absolutely lethal. But if he's not being utilized enough and push comes to shove mid-season, say the Rams aren't doing well, I could see him getting traded. And even if they are doing well, and they feel good about what they have, and maybe they like Alec Jackson more, but they also, they look at other guys that they have in that organization. They're like, you know what? Let's move on from Noteboom. We're not going to bring him back next year anyway. So, I don't know. We'll see. I personally think they should probably keep him just because you could never have too many offensive linemen. But that's what I'll say. Like Dick Vermeil said, we'll play good football. Yeah. Puka Nacua hype real? It feels like it could be. I'm not going to say it is. We haven't seen him in preseason yet, but it feels like it could be. Definitely going to be interesting. Good morning to you. Who am I? DIY. Jake, I like your championship banners in the background. Thank you. I'd love to be able to add a Yankee one, but I don't really care about the 27 World Championships. I would rather see all of them. See, with Kansas, it's different. Kansas is different, but I don't care about the 27 World Championships. I'm not one of those Yankee fans who's like, oh, by the way, we won 27 World Championships. I've seen 5 of them. I've been alive for 5 or 6 of them. I didn't even know. So I'm not going to brag about that. But hopefully the Yankees win a World Series in my lifetime, and I'll put one back there. Yeah. Okay. Let's I absolutely believe that a healthy Stafford keeps us in a good place, Kupp or no Kupp. I agree with you. Although you need Cooper Kupp, I will say that. But let's see. You're going to miss the Ramsey Metcalf battles? I hear you. Jonathan asks what happened. Kupp hurt his hamstring. So Cooper Kupp hurt his hamstring, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Ever since Robert Woods and Andrew Whitworth, it seems the Rams have become renowned for scooping up average veteran players and getting a lot of juice for the squeeze out of them. I like that. Scott, I agree with you. Plus, they wanted their golden boy Aaron Rodgers to be in the playoffs only for him to lose. I don't even think that was it. I think they knew they were going to lose to the Lions. Jake up this early equals Pillow Cube works wonders. Oh my God. My first sleep with the Pillow Cube. By the way, they don't sponsor me, so I'm just saying this as a consumer. Get the Pillow Cube if you're having a hard time. If you're a side sleeper, Pillow Cube is a must. Absolutely loved it. Great sleep. I haven't had a better sleep in a while. And obviously my sleep is if I get 6 hours, I just won. I won the lottery with 6 hours. Normally I get 4. I'm literally the meme that Alex tweeted the other day. Like Jake when he tries to get 8 hours in a 3-hour sleep window. Yeah, that's me. Oh, also big thing with the pillow cube. I got the ice cube. So it's a cooling pillow. So if you get really hot and sweaty during the summer, sleeping on your side, boom, there you go. It's about like what, $80. It's amazing. It's a great purchase. Highly recommend it. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I saw that. How long is Kupp going to be out? I would say he's probably going to miss 2 to 3 weeks, but not of the season. So a few weeks is good. I mean, that's not even week 1. He'll be back right before September, probably. I would wager. If he misses all of August, then he'll be back for week 1 and just won't get any preparation before then, which, like, whatever. At this point, I don't really care. He dodged a bullet is the point. It's 8:15 in Arizona where I'm at. Just got off working a 10-hour shift from 8 to 6:30 a.m. Still made it to watch you before I sleep. Jose, I appreciate your support and congrats on getting through that 10-hour shift. I'm sure that was quite the tall task at hand, but you did it and you're here and I appreciate you. McVay said it was just a soft tissue hamstring for Kupp, so that's mellow, nothing to worry about in a few weeks. Yeah, that's the thing. That's not a hamstring tear or a hamstring. Like, that's just like, oh yeah, he got nicked up a little bit. He'll be okay. Jay live in the early mornings. Call it Jake and Bake. Oh man, that's funny. I do want Jarvis Landry. My goodness, no. Oh, you do not want Jarvis Landry. Okay. I was going to say. Hopkins, Higbee, Davis Allen, Hunter Long, Ben Skoranek, Tutu Atwell, Demarcus Robinson, Van Jefferson, Puka, Cam, Zach Evans, and Kyron Williams will do great. Reading that, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought I was reading We Didn't Start the Fire lyrics. Like, I thought you were doing your own Rams version of We Didn't Start the Fire. Hopkins, Higbee, Davis Allen, Hunter Long, Ben Skoranek, Tutu Atwell, Demarcus Robinson. Like, it's like... I was like, whoa, where are we going there? Where the hell are we going there, bro? You listed out their whole offensive line and it just killed me. It was like, oh man, that was great. Man, just joined stream. What's the status on Kupp? Kupp's good. Dodged a bullet, hamstring, 2 to 3 weeks. He'll be back for week 1. I'm not worried. If I find anything else out, I'll let you guys know. If it's something worse, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, I feel fine about this. I definitely feel fine about this. The distribution of assets got to be more fair, especially to running backs. Yeah, it's definitely tough, right? I mean, I would love to see an NFL. I mean, I understand there's a salary cap needed. I like to see a soft and a hard cap. That's how I would feel. I like the way the NBA does it. I'd like to see the NFL adopt that. A soft and a hard cap. So you could go over the cap to pay your own players. I'd like that. I think that would be the move. Jay Taylor going to Kansas City ain't right though. He's not going to Kansas City. But that's the problem. Teams see that those players got paid and didn't live up to the contracts. That's true. That is true. Let's wait. Get a wide receiver from the McVay tree that gets cut. Got enough former McVay coaches to do this now. That is also true. And they drafted a running back in the first round. Many teams never do that. They paid him too. They raised the bar, I'd say, and then it went back down. I agree with that, Ryan. I absolutely agree with that. Todd Gurley was a friendship contract for what he did. Yeah, my Cowboys paid running back. What the hell? Zeke was a monster. Yeah, he was. Jake, where did Zeke end up on? Just curious. It looks like Zeke is going to the New England Patriots. That's the sound of it anyway. You love your you love my perspective on things. Appreciate you, Deb. I took Puka late in Dynasty. What did you think of him? I mean, I think that's a good move. Right now, it seems like he's going to be used more than I initially thought. So, good shit. Oh, let's see. Todd Gurley was a monster. Definitely. Avila will have some rookie struggles. I'm sure the real question is left tackle, if either guy is solid over weeks and weeks. I really think they got a steal in Alec Jackson. Like, I think Alec Jackson is going to be really good. Like, I'm not saying he's 100% going to be the Eagles left tackle. Okay. I'm not saying that, but he reminds me a little bit of him. Obviously the Eagles left tackle was kind of a project, came over overseas, rugby guy. So not really the same with Jordan Mailata, but, I don't know. I kind of see that, like, he could really emerge, 63 likes, guys, 121 people viewing on YouTube. We have 2 over on Kick. Hey, we got 2 people on Kick. Appreciate you guys. Be sure to hit that like button on YouTube if you haven't already. Get the thumbs ups. We have a goal of 100. Once we get to 100, YouTube basically just throws this thing everywhere. Anyone who's a Rams fan, anyone that's ever looked at Rams content will get this live stream in their recommended. So it grows the brand. So appreciate y'all for your support and doing that. Where are we going? This forces Matt Staff to find another weapon. It's true. Sko, Tutu, Robinson, Taylor, and Puka. Rampage, appreciate you. Jake, you are the Rambassador of Rams podcasts. Hashtag GOAT. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I it's funny. I have an NFL show. Love the NFL show that I do. I can cover the NFL on a full league-wide basis. But I am a Rams guy. Like, I mean, I'm a do it all. Like, I can literally do everything. Not everything. I can't cover soccer to save my own life, but like, I can do most of everything that I want to do with content. And I think obviously the majority of the brand that I've built, the fan base that I've built, has come from the LA Rams. And so, yeah, I'm just kind of, just trying to ride the wave, essentially. Cam Akers lost his explosiveness. You think so? I don't know about that. Go back to the Broncos game. Looked like he had plenty of it. LaFleur will bring a different perspective to the offense to take things off the shoulders of McVay. I agree with that. I'm very excited about LaFleur. I think it was a good hiring. I don't listen to any of the stuff that Jets fans say. It's more in regards to LaFleur. I'm not trying to make it sound like I don't listen to Jets fans, but I think that a lot of them are reactionary. I think a lot of them are thinking with emotions, not thinking with like the actual like realization that look like LaFleur was in Shanahan's system. He went on his own. It didn't work out that well. He also was trying to work with not Aaron Rodgers, not Matthew Stafford. He was trying to work with a rookie quarterback and young quarterback that suffered, some injuries in Zach Wilson. Elijah Moore, we give the benefit of the doubt, but Elijah Moore hasn't done jack squat in the NFL. So, I'm not going to give Elijah Moore the benefit of the doubt over, a coach in the NFL. But, yeah, I mean, I think he was a good hire. I said it then, and I'll say it still, You think Champ says they need to start camp in June, July. Interesting. Longer OTA, longer voluntary days. Why do you think they should have longer camps? See, I almost feel like it's too much for the guys who are obviously going to make the roster, but that's just me. Jake, Kareem Hunt is still available, or did he? No, he's still available. I don't know why he's still available, because he can be a legit starting running back and do it all, but he is. I don't think the Rams are going to go after him, though. Allen Robinson didn't have time to create a connection with Stafford due to his shoulder injury. Kyron got his ankle rolled on by another Rams player. I forgot who, though. Henderson wasn't used a lot. Yep, exactly. Thoughts on Higbee in general, and does he regress this year to make room for Hunter Long? No, Darren, I think Higbee is the guy. Like, is Higbee going to have 100 receptions? Probably not. But I think Higbee is definitely going to be the guy, and he's going to have a good year. Top 10 league, I would say. I think, if he's 10th or 9th, I wouldn't be surprised. Tom Tyler Johnson looked good at camp yesterday. I keep hearing that. We liking it. Appreciate you, champ. Imagine the fan uproar if after Todd Gurley MVP season, he should have won, by the way. I totally agree. If we said, nah, we ain't going to pay Todd and we don't need him, the fans would have lost their shit. Exactly. Todd, I hated the way Todd's career ended. And I don't know what it is with Rams running backs going to the Falcons and having it just blow up. But yeah, it was really upsetting. I mean, I don't know. I still think Todd Gurley could have worked. I still didn't like the way he was used in Atlanta. I was not a fan of it. But whatevs. You sound like a Cam hater. I'm assuming you don't mean me. Johnny Ripple, I half expect Cam to throw another baby tantrum if he starts splitting carries in a way. He was so bad until the 4 or 5 games last year. I'd have him on a short leash. I mean, I didn't love all that. I'll be honest with you as a Henderson fan, but I want to see more Cam Akers. He deserves it. He played extremely well at the end of the season in a lost season. He put his head down, ran the football, and he ran it with, aggressiveness and suddenness and urgency. And those are the things that Sean McVay talked about at the beginning of the season, that he didn't see enough urgency out of Cam Akers. So, I don't know. He got better, and, it's why I'm against trading for Jonathan Taylor. I'm against giving up assets for a running back when I think we have a pretty good running back in Cam Akers. They didn't start using Tutu Atwell more until November. That too. OJ Howard. I thought OJ Howard was on a roster. Is he available? Another good looking player. I agree. Pound the table. We need more Jake. Damn it. Hashtag more Jake. Thank you, Jose. Appreciate you. Big tight ends with big hands don't need great speed. That's true. What's up, P-Train? How you doing? Champ, Hunter Long is getting cut. Yeah, I don't have a good feeling about Hunter Long, but maybe that's me. Jake, what do you think Bennett will do this year behind Stafford? I think he'll be ready to go. I think he might start one game if they give Stafford a day off, maybe in the 18th game of the the 18th week. And the Rams have already made the playoffs or whatever. I could see them giving Stetson Bennett a shot, but that's coffee. Yeah, I still haven't had my mushroom coffee yet. Bryce Young and Davis Allen have great college tape. Yes, they do. Hammies are dangerous at this at the bottom of the YouTube. Allen was my favorite pick for where he was drafted. I really liked that move. Old Man Ghost, I'm going to have to catch you on the replay because of my computer. What you think about McVay's presser? He looked upset. I don't read too much into it. I think he's really just kind of processing things. And McVay probably had more information than he let on. And so he has to PR move it, So he can't say everything that's on his mind. I think when you have a lot on your mind and you're kind of navigating all right, so you can't say, if you go down this valley, we're going to have a problem. So you kind of have to go around a little bit, right? And so I've been there, done that. You can't say everything. If you have really big news, but you're told that you can't say it, I've had to navigate through it. Maybe my facial expression or whatever has kind of changed a little bit. It's kind of like him thinking about, okay, how do I kind of navigate through this without giving away too much, strict. I mean, the Rams are a business. So, he's basically at that point in the presser, he's the one that's giving out the press release. He doesn't want to say anything that he's not supposed to. So, Jake, you're awesome. Guys, I saw you go I need to show my support to you. Sorry, sometimes I'm busy. Sometimes, Chacho, appreciate you. Whenever you can hop in, it's greatly appreciated. I understand people are busy. When I have these impromptu live streams, I'm not expecting everyone to be here, but I can definitely tell the NFL season's getting here because when I have this and we have over 100 people before noon, that's saying something because that's early in the morning on the West Coast. So that's freaking cool. Jake, since we have too many safeties on the roster, which ones will stand out and make the roster? I think it's going to be the draft picks, all the draft picks. Russ Yeast, Quentin Lake, Jordan Fuller, and Jason Taylor II. I feel pretty good about saying it'll be those guys. Thoughts on Nakua? I'm feeling interested about him. I want to see more. I want to see him in preseason working with Stetson. Swing tackle is great for Boom. I agree with that. Hey, Jake, first year playing fantasy. Will you be doing a mock draft or have any tips for me? Yeah, we could do something like that. I'm down. I'm definitely down for that. Side sleeper, been sweating like a bee these last 3 weeks. Well, I'm speaking to you. There's like this synchronicity going on, and I know what you're going through without actually being told that, and that's why I brought up the pillow cube. The pillow cube doesn't suck at all. Scott, I agree. Turn on the damn AC. People think the perfect temp is 72. I need it at 60s. It's funny you say that, since I want my mic to actually sound good and not like this. Maybe it's not that bad. I just need it. I'm not gonna lie. I totally use that as an excuse to put on the fan for a sec because it gets really hot in here. When you have all this equipment, the amount of heat it emanates is insane. You got to be careful, you know, and especially when I'm going crazy like all this, and I'm telling you this and this and this and this and this. I'm exerting a lot of energy, and it'll make you hotter. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is the fan too much? You let me know. I'll put it back on if you don't think it's bad. Pillow cube, question mark, exclamation point, pondering emoji. Yeah, Darren, pillow cube. And I think it's on sale too. I don't have a code because, again, they don't sponsor me or anything like that. I just freaking love the product. Let's see. Cup out a month, easy. Take it slow with him. All we need is week 1. Jose as a soldier, 12-hour shifts. Rule, though. Micro tears involved in all hammy and shoes. Yeah, no, that is something he has to worry about for sure, but I think he's going to be okay. Lack of sleep will eventually catch up to you. That is true. That is true. Sleep dep is real. I bet you saw stuff hallucinated. Me? No. I've had some weird dreams lately, though. Some really weird dreams. Like, I had a dream about my best friend getting whacked by the mafia. Like, what the hell, man? We were out at the bar or whatever, like, you know, just chilling. And yeah, he got whacked by the mafia. No big deal. Just a dream, but like, my dreams have been kind of brutal lately. I don't know. Just like, good Lord. I like happy dreams. Not too happy. You know what dreams absolutely suck? Is when you're like, you just won $1 million or some shit and you wake up and you're like, it was so lifelike, but my bank account does not show that. Yeah, those are the worst dreams. Those are the worst. You like Jackson. Boom has showed he can play, but isn't consistent. That's true. I would have kept Ty N on the practice squad in case of injury. I think Ty Nsekhe is a guy who will be on speed dial if he hasn't already been picked up. I think that's a guy, like, if anybody gets hurt, they'll bring him back. They seem to really value guys that already know the system, that know their culture, their way of life. It's why they went out and they got Sony Michel again. So, before he retired. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Ty Nsekhe is back in some capacity at some point. How confident are you in this youth movement that it will force McVay to bring something fresh, however, kept it close to the heart? I like it. I want to see more of it. As a Yankee fan, I want to see it right now in baseball. Okay? I don't really care about the big names anymore, you know? I'm 27 years old. I've been covering sports since 2016. I mean, if you do, that's 7 years. So, I've been covering sports since I was 20. I'm over the pizzazz. I'm over the big names. They don't faze me anymore. I remember when the Yankees traded for Giancarlo Stanton, we thought we were getting like the next big thing. And I mean, Aaron Judge has only surpassed him in every way. He's overshadowed him. That has not been a great trade. With the Rams, going out and getting Aqib Talib and Marcus Peters, while great, it's like, those guys weren't the best corners in the league, you know? I'm kind of over the big names. I want to see guys that care. It's why I didn't want Deshaun Jackson, because Deshaun Jackson, when they signed him, I'm like, all right. And then he proved me wrong, right? I mean, Buccaneers game, he eviscerated them. But then they're, 7-0, 8-0 or whatever, and this dude's asking for a trade. He wants to leave. He wants to get cut. I'm not getting enough. Like, I don't want that. I don't need the big names. I don't need the theatrics. I want guys that want to play for the team. I want guys that want to work their ass off. If you're a big name and you're Cooper Kupp, okay, I know that you're going to work your ass off. Aaron Donald, I don't know if anybody prepares at the level of Aaron Donald, but do I want a big name just for big name's sake? No, I don't. I don't care. I'm all for the youth movement. Bearded Soul, 100%. Give me the youth movement. I want guys that can come in, guys that can, they're going to put their jersey on, they're going to put the pads on, and they're going to go to war. I don't need any of the theatrics. And I think a lot of it just has to do with, like, over time, as I've gotten older, been doing this for 7 years in some capacity. I haven't been doing videos for 7 years, but I've been doing this for 7 years, and it's like, man, like, I don't care about any of that. Because I've seen guys that aren't superstars turn into that because of their preparation, their hard work. I'm all for the youth movement, and in any sport. In any sport. I brought up baseball. I'm for it in football. I'm for it in basketball. I don't think there's enough of it in the NBA. The NBA is the no development league. Who gets developed? It's a league where first round draft picks don't even guarantee to make the team. So yeah, all for the youth movement, all for it. Yeah, Zach Thomas is on the roster. I don't think the Rams get anybody else in free agency. If there is an injury or they see at the end of camp that, look, maybe we gave the kids a shot, there's nobody that's really standing out at edge, we need an edge defender, I could see them going out and getting somebody. But I don't think they're trying to do anything. Jake, Sean Payton's comments on the Jets, Nathaniel Hackett were unfair. I agree. And what you guys are going to hear later today, with Off the Edge, is that, I mean, at the end of the day, guys, I think Sean Payton's an asshole. I'm not going to mince words. I think Sean Payton is a slime ball, and I think he's an asshole. I don't think he cares about other people's feelings. I don't think he cares about the code. I don't think he cares about being respectful. To say what he did about Nathaniel Hackett, I think he's just an asshole. And you've had players come out and say that he's an asshole. So, look, that's what I think about him. I don't like the guy. He was a part of Bountygate. I don't like the guy. It's why when everyone was like, oh, you don't want Sean Payton? No, I want Sean McVay. I don't want Sean Payton. Sean Payton won one Super Bowl, was statistically the greatest quarterback of all time. Say what you will about Drew Brees. Statistically, he may be the greatest quarterback of all time if you're just looking at stats. And Sean Payton won one Super Bowl. And it happened after the whole Hurricane Katrina thing, so people overblew it. But if you look at Sean Payton's resume, that's it. He won one Super Bowl. Period. End of story. He's overrated. Sean McVay is better than Sean Payton right now. And Sean McVay isn't an asshole. Sean McVay is respectful towards his peers. And think about this, guys. Do you know how I know this? Because Sean McVay didn't go through the door and start mouthing off about Jeff Fisher. It's code, man. You don't do that. You don't rip guys in your own industry. It's not a good look. If I'm ripping anybody in my own industry, it's because they're putting out clickbait. It's because they're BSing, they're lying, they're making up shit. Nathaniel Hackett wasn't a great head coach. You don't need to trash him while you're coming into his, former organization, his former place of work. It's such a dick move, man. Like that shit pissed me off. Like, can you imagine that? Sean McVay comes in first day, first few weeks or whatever, and he's like, yeah, see here with Jeff Fisher, nah, we didn't win here. We're going to win now. We're going to be a real organization. We're going to have real games, real players, real development. Like he didn't, crap on Jeff Fisher at all. If actually the little bit I remember of him talking about Jeff Fisher, he gave him his props. He's like, Jeff is a successful coach in this league, and I'm going to do the best I can to the best of my ability to get the most out of this team and try to work towards bringing a championship to Los Angeles. Like that was Sean McVay. But you have Sean Payton, who's acting like a jerk, who's already been in this league for years. Sean McVay, remember when Sean McVay was the 30-year-old, what they call him? The 30-year-old, what the hell is his name? I don't know, it's escaping me. Oh, 30-year-old frat boy. Remember Sean McVay is too young to be a head coach? And yet, he was more professional than Sean Payton, who's been in the league for years. It's funny how that works. Let's see. You like Sean Payton? I don't like Sean Payton at all. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like Marcus Peters when it comes to Sean Payton. Hendo is going to the XFL, right? Renegades picked him up. Hendo has an XFL deal. The XFL doesn't take place until the spring, so they're about a year away. So I would expect he probably has an NFL gig at some point this year, but he has that as backup. Higbee is here, Hopkins is here, and that dude out of Clemson is solid. Yeah. Jake, I was curious, do you know when the Rams break ground on their new training facility? Was wondering if you know by any chance. The Chargers training facility looks great. It opens next year. I'm not really sure about that. That's a good question. Does anybody in the chat know? Paul, I agree with you. Sean Payton running his mouth, I don't think there are free agents that will not come to Denver because of that. In down the road. They're also like people that don't want to play with Sean Payton. It's just like, I don't know. Three receivers with hamstring issues, symptoms of being pushed too much soon. Ease up, McVay. What's the Rams record prediction for 2023? I'd say 10-7 / 11-6. That's what I think. Melvin Gordon is a fumble who wouldn't listen to that tomato can. Who would listen to that tomato can? You just referred to somebody as a tomato can. I've never even heard of that. That's funny. I like that. Jake, the Clippers' new home looks incredible. Is going to have the same kind of scoreboard. Kind of interesting. That is interesting. But the question is, will people care about the Clippers? Like, I just don't feel like LA really cares about the Clippers, regardless of what they do. Jake, I seriously feel the Rams will be great in the division. I seriously believe the 49ers will be a 6-win team. Don, I don't think the 49ers are going to win 6 games, but if they do, I think we'll all be very happy. Can't wait for the season, Exotic. I'm with you. Byron Young will smash, future Pro Bowl guaranteed, says New Gillet. We'll see. I like Byron Young a lot, though. INO says, I feel like one of the UDFA's Rashad Torrance will surprise people and compete for the strong safety job. Yeah, maybe a name to watch in preseason. What movies have I seen lately? Really just Oppenheimer and Barbie. I thought they were both good movies. Oppenheimer, I thought, was the greatest movie I've ever seen. It is that good. I made a review about it and everything on YouTube, but Barbie was solid. I thought I was going to dislike it. I thought it was going to be like, super you know what, like messaging and whatnot. But I didn't think it was bad. I liked it. It was a good movie. I mean, is it the greatest thing since sliced bread? Absolutely not. But it's a good movie. Makes fun of everybody. Like, just kind of praises individualism, which I like. The idea, like, we're all in these clubs, which is kind of ridiculous. And yeah, I saw that. And then I just started watching Twisted Metal, the TV show. And I think it's pretty good. I mean, I'll watch Anthony Mackie in anything. So Twisted Metal on Peacock. So, yeah. If you guys never played those games, they came out for PlayStation. They made a show out of it. And it's interesting. Post-apocalyptic and all that. Jake, can you give us a rundown of the NFC West? How do you think the division shakes out at the end of the year? Yeah, so Jazz Flute, I think the 49ers win the division. I think the Rams come in second. Seattle comes in third. The Cardinals are absolutely horrible, and they come in fourth. That's my rundown. Is Kupp okay for me to draft today? Absolutely. You're good to go. He'll be back week 1. Appreciate you, Jose. Sounds good. Take it easy. Whose defense should I pick up? Asks Andrew Ortiz. What defense, man? I mean, the Jets are going to go off the board early. Low key, an interesting little defense that no one's really talking about. The Houston Texans. They have some veterans. They got a good secondary. The Jaguars could be a good defense. I don't know. If you're looking for a sleeper defense, I'd probably go with the Texans or the Panthers. But if you're going for like the top dogs, Jets, Jaguars, 49ers, that's where I would be going with that. Let's see here. Jake, what are your thoughts on LaFleur influencing the run game and commitment to the run game? I believe it. And I think he's going to influence the commitment to the receiving game out of the backfield, which I really like. We might even see the 2 wide receiver sets, or 2 running back sets I've been dying to see. Stefan, what's up, Jake? Rams fan from New Jersey here. Go Devils. Hell yeah. I know there's different nuances at tackle position, but why not put Havenstein at left tackle and have Boom or Ajak play right tackle? Great question. So Havenstein, I don't believe, has ever played left tackle, so that is a little bit of an adjustment. And also, you typically want to have your best run blocker on the right side of the offensive line, which Havenstein is. And furthermore, Havenstein isn't quick enough to protect the blind side. That's always been his thing. The quicker, the explosive edge defenders that win with speed as opposed to power are the ones that give him fits. And so if he's rock solid, but if he gets into a problem, at least the quarterback can see it coming at him. He would not be great at left tackle because he'd have to protect the quarterback's blind side. And this is definitely, in my opinion, somebody that, I think you would struggle protecting the blind side. I think you would get, guys coming off the edge like Von Miller would eat him alive. I think on the right side, though, I think he'd be better off. And that's why he stays there. So good question, though. It pisses me off how badly a few or some, maybe most of the Rams fans wanted Caleb Williams. I absolutely loved what Kevin Demoff said. We're not tanking. Rampage, I agree with you. Look, I like Caleb Williams. It'll be fun to watch him at USC again. I like USC. But Caleb Williams, Drake May, insert whatever quarterback you think the Rams should get in the first round if they tank. I'm sorry, it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. They have 3 guys who are getting older, who are the best or part of the best tier at their position. It makes no sense to tank when you have those guys. If somebody goes down like a Matthew Stafford and you want to play Stetson Bennett, okay. But that's not tanking. It's just playing somebody else. I would not be tanking. I'll say that right now. Yeah, it's just Stetson Bennett better than all three bad 49ers mediocre quarterbacks. We'll see. I mean, there's no way to know if you're wrong or right now, but we'll see down the road. Thoughts on special teams and their potential? I think they could be pretty good. I mean, I don't think too much about the special teams unit right now, just because, the Rams aren't a solidified, rock solid, team. There's a lot that's out there, but that's the thing. P Train says get a bar of a soap for Jake's mouth. So, fun fact, I never cursed. I mean, I curse all the time, but I never cursed on here. Like, I wouldn't even say like the mid curse words. And then I started getting, Jake, you need to curse more. Jake, you need to show more emotion. Jake needs more fire. Jake needs to stop being scared. And now the levee is broken. But I have a filter. So if I don't want to do it, I don't do it. But if it's to convey emotion and it's necessary, I think it's necessary. And to show you how much emotion I had about the whole Sean Payton thing, I felt it was necessary. So, yes. Do I curse like, a drunken sailor when I'm off air? Yes. I actually think every single sentence has a curse word in it that I use. Is that talking a little trashy? I guess to an extent. So I don't like to do it like that all the time. And in addition to that, I'm more focused on the content at hand. Talking about like actual, analysis and whatnot. I don't want it to turn into just this and this and this. Like, no, this isn't just like your dude at a bar. Like, I'm trying to, you have to show some respect. But at the same time, Pat McAfee is blowing up every single day. He gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I don't think that guy ever stops cursing. So, is it really that bad? I don't know. Do I think the 49ers keep 3 quarterbacks or drop Darnold? Darnold will probably end up starting if Brock Purdy struggles. Here's what I hope. Okay, if you're a Rams fan, you should be rooting for them to get rid of Trey Lance. Because Trey Lance is going to succeed if he goes somewhere else. The 49ers have done a horrible job of developing him. Just let's be honest here. We can continue to defend Kyle Shanahan. I made a big rant about this the other day about how if the roles were reversed and Sean McVay had Trey Lance and this is how things were going and they traded all those picks, Les Snead would be on the hot seat. Just like, John Lynch basically isn't ever talked about in any negative way. But Sean McVay would be on the hot seat. And he'd be talked about negatively, and Les Snead would be on the hot seat, and he'd be talked about negatively. And so that's what I would say, is that I think it's funny, this role reversal, how like even though Shanahan hasn't won a title and John Lynch hasn't won a title, and they traded all those picks to get a quarterback who they're not even playing, and he's the third string quarterback who's sharing time with freaking Brandon Allen, they don't get any sort of negative, push from the media. But damn well, Sean McVay and Les Snead would. Guys, we're at 87 likes. We are 13 away. 13 away from 100. So please be sure to hit that like button. Really does help me out. We get to 100 and it just shows consistency on the part of YouTube. Then YouTube continues to recommend this, and it's the cornucopia of love, right? Anyway, let's see. Jazz loves that I swear my ass off. I don't know. I like it and I don't like it. I think, again, it could be used in a way to convey emotion. At the same time, it kind of turns people off, so I don't do it all the time. But in my rants, I tend to do it a little bit more. I've opened up to it a little bit more. Cam and I have done it a little bit more on our shows. Would I do it if I went on a show as a guest on like TV or something? No. But, sometimes like it can be used as a tool to convey more emotion, to add more to it, to show you that you really care about a topic. But like James is saying, one reason I enjoy watching you is because you don't curse. It's refreshing. So, see, there are people like James that are like, well, I'm not trying to ruin something that I have there. I don't want them to turn me off, you know? So, yeah, I'll do it every now and then, but it's not... I can't do every single sentence and whatnot. I'll leave that for at my house. Also, there's a thing here that I've noticed over the years is that when a millennial curses, it's instantly assumed that, or just in general, if you curse a lot, it's assumed that you have a lower IQ. And I don't. So, not that I really care what other people think about me, but it's more so, I don't know. I guess I kind of do because I'm supposed to. So, yeah. Fisher looking for the red flag was classic. It was. Let's see. Harry does not like the Rams' soft uniforms. I like them. I'm with you, champ. Glad they beat Sean Payton, and I'm glad he's not the head coach. And Chris said, I totally agree about Sean Payton, Jake. I think the Lions go to the Super Bowl, Paul. Iceman says 7-10 at best. I don't really agree with that, but wow, Champ says 12-13 wins. Can you imagine? What will the media do? What will the media do if the Rams win 13 mofo games? What will I do? Will I be insufferable on Twitter? You bet your ass. I will be insufferable. Because all I heard is the Rams are bad, the Rams are bad. Also, another, this dude that just keeps coming up. Again, I respect people in the industry, but I don't feel like this guy actually does any homework. So I'm going to call him out. If you guys have ever watched Colin Cowherd and The Herd, it's not Colin Cowherd that I'm calling out, but Jason McIntyre literally doesn't have a clue of what he's talking about when it comes to the Rams. I'm not saying this guy is a moron. I'm not saying he doesn't know anything, because he obviously has to know something if Colin has him as his co-host, although he's definitely the worst co-host Colin has had on the history of The Herd. But for the love of all that is holy, stop talking about the Rams. You do not know what you're talking about. Did you see the other day when this guy was mouthing off about the Rams and how they don't have any household names? I'm sorry, but since when does having household names decide how good of a team you are? For real. I mean, like, what does that mean? They don't have any household names, so that means they're going to win 5 games. They're going to be bad. They're going to be really bad. I mean, this dude does not have a clue. And Matthew Stafford can't stay healthy. Who knows if he can stay healthy? We don't know. But behind an offensive line that's 16 different starting combinations, yeah, he's probably not going to be able to stay very healthy. But for the love of God, I mean, that's why sports media is dying on TV, and it's going more towards YouTube and streamers and things like me. Because me, other people, like, we actually do the homework that some of these other guys don't want to do, but then we still have takes. See, it's amazing. You could actually have a talk show and you could actually have hot takes and not sound like a blubbering idiot. And I think it was Rams House TV DM'd me.
Everybody's down on the Rams. So McVay was asked about the Rams' projected win total of 6.5, which is one of the lowest in the NFC. Well, they don't believe in you for a reason, Sean. They're devoid of talent. The offensive line is not good at all. I mean, and last year it was an abomination. 2 years ago when they won the Super Bowl, excellent offensive line play. Everyone was healthy. Last year, injuries and ineptitude. So, okay, fine. Maybe the offensive line is marginally better than last year. Are you ready for this? The defense for the Rams has, and I'm looking at the depth chart, has one guy that is a household name in Aaron Donald. The rest of it is largely unknowns. I saw a stat that the Rams are going to have 40 rookies. 40. in training camp, higher than any other team in the league.
40 rookies. That means they're obviously going to be bad. Holy hell. Oh no. 40 rookies. Jason McIntyre, I didn't know this. I'm scared, guys. This team's going to be bad. They have 40 rookies. I love when he said the offense it was excellent play and they didn't get hurt and they were healthy the whole year. Can I just remind people that Andrew Whitworth missed playing time in the playoffs? What does he mean they were fully healthy? They weren't fully healthy. Do people not understand? The Rams Super Bowl team was starting a guy who came out of retirement. 2 years into retirement, they call him up. Eric Weddle is playing playoff football. There's no introduction. Hey, Eric, do you want to come over and play playoff football with us? Yeah. Bro is literally trying to say that this team was fully healthy when they weren't. They lost Robert Woods to a torn ACL midway through the year. Andrew Whitworth did not play in a playoff game. What? And just listen to him. He just sounds so dumb. And I'm not saying he is dumb, but when he's talking about the Rams, every time Jason McIntyre speaks, I'm like, what the hell are you saying, man? It's insulting to the fans' intelligence, and it's insulting to my intelligence. Because I cover this team with my heart and soul. And it's like when you hear that, you're like, he's like, look at this. I'm looking at the depth chart, and Aaron Donald is the only household name. Wait, you don't know Ernest Jones? Like the same Ernest Jones that dominated in the Super Bowl as a rookie? I think everyone watched the Super Bowl, no? Come on, devoid of talent. And what was it again he said about Sean McVay?
Everybody's down on the Rams. So McVay was asked about the Rams' projected win total of 6.5, which is one of the lowest in the NFC. Well, they don't believe in you for a reason. They don't believe in.
I'm sorry, they don't believe in you for a reason. What is the reason to not believe in Sean McVay? Sean McVay has won a Super Bowl. He's been in 2 and is still the youngest coach in the NFL. Last year was his first losing season. The 2019 down year, by the way, when they went 9-7, they make the playoffs under the 7-team format. Like, what is this guy talking about? They don't believe in you for a reason. I hope you guys know. I'm going to clip that. I'm going to have it on a loop, and I'm going to make one of those, those videos on YouTube, they go on a loop for, it's like 24 hours of this. It is literally going to be 24 hours of Jason McIntyre saying they don't believe in you for a reason when Sean McVay sends the Rams back to the playoffs. What a dumbass. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to do it. I don't care. I don't care. Gonna do it. It's just like, man, Jason McIntyre. Good Lord. Guys, we're 3 likes away from 100. Be sure to hit the like. Weddle needs to come and help the secondary. Weddle needs to stay retired. The poor guy got injured. He separated his shoulder in the Super Bowl. Obviously, it was worth it. You won a Super Bowl, but still. 99. Who unliked it? I see you. It went down to, all right, there we go. 100. Champ says we're averaging 30 points a game. Okay. All right. I see you guys. I see you. Well, there's always a thing called seeing what works. And I can tell you guys, I've seen what works. And doing these live streams this early in the morning, I mean, now it's past afternoon because we've been live since 10:43. So we've been live for an hour and 45. And to see you guys show out like this tells me that I need to have a lot of these live streams during the NFL season. Wouldn't you agree? Like, that should be the move. I think the Jets go either 14-3 or 13-4, to answer your question, Paul. The Jets with an average quarterback are making the playoffs. The Jets with Aaron Rodgers. Say what we will about Aaron Rodgers. He had a down year last year, very similar to Brady when he went, from the Patriots to the Bucs, and we knew how that went. Aaron Rodgers has won 2 of the last 3 seasons. He's won the MVP. 2 of the last 3 seasons, Aaron Rodgers has won the MVP. I'm not concerned about Aaron Rodgers. I don't think Lance was injury prone. Didn't he get hurt in a monsoon game? I don't know about that one. Jazz, I do. I think it's literally insane that Eric Weddle came out of a 2-year retirement to play 4 playoff games and win a Super Bowl. Man, it's crazy. It is crazy. Guys, I want to see if you can do me a favor here, all right? We are at 305 followers on Kick. If you can go and follow me on Kick, it takes 30 seconds to make a Kick account. It would do wonders. If you follow me and Gary Sheffield Jr., you can enter to win a free NFL jersey. That means if you want that Puka Nacua jersey, but you don't want to spend the money, there you go. You want big number 0, Byron Young's jersey, there you go. So go and definitely, if you can, on your way out, be sure to hit that follow. Go and follow the Kick channel. We're at 305 followers. I got a lot of people on YouTube. And here's the thing, okay? For those of you who are like, man, I don't know if Kick is for me. You just play video games. I stream all these on Kick as well, first off. Second, Kick allows me to live stream, do like breakdowns. So I'm going to be doing film breakdowns that I can't do on this channel because they will copyright strike me. So if you guys want to see more film breakdowns this year, you're going to want to go and head on over to Kick and hit follow J.K. Bogan because I'm going to be doing those throughout the year. The big reason why I can't anymore, because of that. So again, takes 30 seconds to sign up. You give me a follow over there. I'm going to build up both platforms. I'm not giving up on YouTube. Obviously not. If we're doing live streams, by the way, at 10:44, then that's a pretty good idea that I'm not giving up on YouTube. Because I had people ask, well, should I even follow the Kick? Because if you get big enough on there, you're going to stop doing YouTube. No, I'm going to do both. Why would I stop doing either? They both generate viewers and, build both platforms. And if I get enough followers on Kick, then Kick will start featuring me on their front page with the live streams. So, top 3 quotes from Rams players all time, Jazz Flute? Oh, I have no idea. I don't know any quotes. I think the only thing that comes to mind is Marcus Peters saying, we ain't done yet. Actually, tell Sean Payton we'll see him real soon. I think that's my favorite. Tell Sean Payton we'll see him real soon. Aqib Talib, he ain't taking no mother you know what soul. I really don't like dropping F-bombs on here. That's kind of where I draw the line. I'll do that on Kick when I'm gaming. I won't do that in a talk show. Appreciate you, Rampage. Yeah, guys, definitely in the comments section. Does Kick give notifications? I only get emails, which I don't check every minute. So here's the thing. Kick does give notifications. But also, the cool thing about Kick, the cool thing about also our Discord channel and YouTube, I'll keep you up to date. When I go live on Kick, I always put going live on Kick on my YouTube community tab. I also have it automatically update, so you will always get an update in the Discord. If you haven't joined there, you can join there as well. Link is in the description. But yeah, Gary Sheffield Jr. and I stream together, and if you go and you follow both of us, you're entered to win a free NFL jersey. Of your choosing. We're not choosing for you. I know a lot of people ask that. Nope, not choosing for you. Most talking heads are ignorant. That's true. Most are. YWN Jesse, appreciate you hitting me with the follow. 306. We're killing it. Guys, if you are going to go follow me on Kick, drop a comment on YouTube. I'll give you a little shout out. That way I know. Because not everybody comes over onto Kick with like the same username. So just want to give them a shout out. But yeah. We're growing, man. And Kick is the place to be because like right now, having Kick and YouTube, I can simulcast both. If I was doing this on Twitch, Twitch would literally ban me if I tried to simulcast to YouTube. Kick doesn't care. Kick just wants to cook. That's all Kick wants to do. So, just look at it like this. If you're not a fan of the gaming, you don't have to stay for the gaming. I still do simulcasting JE Live, and I'll do exclusive content that I can't do on YouTube, like film breakdowns. You want it? You want those back? You want JE Live? Those film breakdowns, the film room, whatever the hell I called it last year. Yeah, we'll bring it back. We'll break down all the film right on Kick. I don't have to worry about any copyright strikes. We'll do it. You don't have to worry about anything. It'll be right there. And then afterwards, I'll probably take that Kick video and I won't put it on YouTube because I'll get copyright struck. So I'll probably make a Patreon and put it behind Patreon. And I'll make it extremely cheap. That way we can keep it going. Because I do like doing those film breakdowns, but I don't want to get my account taken away. Dude, if I were to get my channel copyright struck, that's a week of not allowed to go live or make content on YouTube. Like, that would be so bad. I couldn't do that during the NFL season. Like, I need that. Mitch, appreciate you with the follow. Let's go, guys. Hell yeah. I love it. Yeah, I don't think they trade Van Jefferson either. This is genuinely, I think, the best way to start a morning. You hop on here. It's like already a boost of your confidence to see that people actually give a shit about you. Because you guys went out in full force. We still have over 100 people. We've almost hit 1,000 views in less than 2 hours. 11 average view duration. So the viewers on average have watched for 11 minutes. And I mean, I don't understand chat rate. Like, I don't know what that means. YouTube needs to tell me what chat rate is. Is that 5 per minute? Because that's pretty good, actually. But I don't actually know. Let's look. Okay, chat rate of stream most recently available time. What does that mean? I love when they give you analytics, but they don't actually explain what the analytics actually mean. Okay, yes, it's 5 per minute. That's what it is. It's 5 per minute. So we're averaging 5 chats per minute. Yes, Mike, you absolutely can get a summary. So Cooper Kupp dinged up his hamstring. We found out this morning it was a hamstring. Oh, no, late last night we found out it was a hamstring. And then Adam Schefter confirmed that he had an MRI and they're going to take it easy on him. But he is expected to only be out a few weeks. And by weeks, during right now, like not week 1, week 2, week 3, I'd be shocked if he missed any playing time during the season. What's up, Marcelino? How we doing? He did, Johnny. Long time no see. Yeah, well, welcome. Appreciate you being here. And guys, if you do want to follow on Kick, the link is pinned in the comment section. I don't know what that looks like. Okay. I'm looking at it on my creator dashboard. I just show that it says pinned, so I don't know if it's like in your face. But yeah, 30 seconds it takes. It might actually take 20 seconds. I say 30 seconds for might take 20 seconds though. But yeah, we're trying to get followers over there because I do want to do film breakdowns. I know people want me to do film breakdowns, but I can't do film breakdowns because I will literally get copyright claimed on YouTube. And so it's easier for me to do it on Kick. And man, we might. Let's see. Jordan Rodriguez and you are my main places for Rams news. Much appreciated from an English Rams fan. Appreciate you, Bloomy. All right, I'll say this right now. Are you guys ready? Here's a challenge. If I get 50, right? If I get 50 Kick followers right now, then I'll commit to it. We're doing a watch party Thursday with the Jets and Browns Hall of Fame game. So you guys definitely have to check that out. He is okay, by the way. One giant KFC bag. I will do next week. I will do a breakdown. I'll get the tape. Let's see. You know what? Let's do this. Okay. If I get 50, so if we get, let's see. If we get 350, so you just need 44 more followers on Kick before this stream ends. If I get 44 more followers on Kick, okay, I will do a film breakdown next week of your choosing. I could do college tape of any of the draft picks. I could do an NFL thing, like a player that you want me to highlight. I will do a film breakdown on them on Kick. So 44 more followers. It has to happen before I get off. I will do it for you guys. So that's the challenge for you. And I understand it's a pain in the ass. I get it. If you're on the YouTube app, it can be a pain. Luckily, you can do picture in picture, but I'll do it. I will do it. So let's see what we get here. Let's see how many followers we can get. I'll do a film breakdown if we get to 350. So now the wait begins. Mitch Lohman says it was super easy to sign up for Kick. If I can do it, anyone can. Yeah. Super easy. Now, again, if you sign up for Kick, you're not pushing me off of YouTube. It's just more additional content. If you want film breakdowns, it's there. If you're interested in gaming, it's also there. You don't have to go to the gaming streams, but when I have those film breakdowns, I can't do them on YouTube anymore. So, let's see what happens. I know someone said they were signing up for Kick. We got 306 followers. Again, let's see if we can get to 350, guys. I know it's a lot. I'm asking you a lot. But if 44 of the 98 people do that right now, I will do I will do film breakdowns. And I'm pushing it because I got to push it. I have way too many people on this platform not to push it. I don't even know who Ronbo is. I just see you guys talking about this thing. Ian, I think that's a really well said point. I'm glad as well. Kupp's injury isn't super serious. Bloomy, appreciate you with the follow. 307. We got 43 left, and then we'll lock in our film breakdown for next week. But I'm with you, Ian. I'm with you. I'm glad Kupp's injury isn't super serious, but as a fan, it sucks seeing him hurt almost every year now. Yeah, you hate to see it. Obviously, you hate it for him too, because he has to go through that. So, Bloomy with the follow. We got YWN Jesse hit the follow earlier. So we got 2 followers on this live stream. So that means that we are, again, 43 away, and we'll do breakdowns. Again, takes 20 to 30 seconds to do. And it's free. It's free. You don't actually have to use the app. Appreciate you, Bloomy. Alex, shut up. Alex, for those of you who see his comment, Alex is literally a regular on Kick. He's in every stream, and I can confirm he literally leads everybody in terms of watch hours on Kick. So you're funny. By the way, we just hit 1,000 views, so appreciate you guys. 1K, baby. Impromptu stream I didn't even plan on doing. I planned on making this a video. Then I was like, you know what? Let's just go live for 10, 15 minutes, and then now it's a video. No, let's just go live for 2 hours. JE Live's back, baby. Better than ever. Come on, I believe in y'all. Kick.com/JKBogan. You could even do it on your Safari app or whatever your browser is. You don't have to actually get the application on your phone. I think you can do it right through the website. Thank you, Jack. Jack's also on Kick. All you need to know is if you like Twitch, Kick is just like Twitch, except Kick actually pays its creators. Rampage TV, appreciate you. 42 away. 42 away, baby. And when you're on there, if you go and follow Gary Sheffield Jr., so if you're following us both, you can enter to win a free NFL jersey. And when you get to Kick, you can see go give a follow to Gary Sheffield Jr. So if you go and do that once you're on Kick, you can get entered to win an NFL jersey. So there's too much free stuff. I still don't know who Ronbo is. Or what Rombo is. What is this? What are we talking about? I feel so out of the loop. Come on, y'all. 308. We're 42 away. I do stream every night, too, by the way. So if I'm not on YouTube, I'm probably on Kick. And if I'm not on Kick, then I'm probably out of town. That's normally how it works. I don't even know what's going on there with the whole Rombo thing. Champ, you joined? Oh, were you already following me? Excuse me. Were you already following me, champ? Jerry, appreciate your work, Jake, for the Rams, you and Jordan. Hey, appreciate you, Jerry. Happy to help. I think the key is you got to find people that are passionate. And I know there are people that say they want to do it, but not everybody's as passionate. But then there are people that are really passionate and they say they can't do it. And I'm like, I think they can. Appreciate you, Rampage. I'm going to give you mod for that. Let's see. Those Rams 5, appreciate you. Thank you for the follow. We're at 309. We got 41, and we'll do a breakdown live on Kick. Let's see. Bloomy, you're getting moderator too. So you guys just got mods on YouTube. Is that you, champ? Ramelia, how's it going? Props, Jake. Considering Kupp will be okay for game 1, Puka Nacua continuing to oppress, DeMarcus Robinson turning heads, wide receiver 3 battle is heating up. McCutcheon very quiet, though. Stetson doing his thing. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Deb, really appreciate you. I'm hitting you with a follow, too. Or, not a follow. Excuse me, a mod. I mean, there's not a lot to being a mod. Obviously, you know, you have permissions to kick somebody out if they're being a jerk, but your name turns colors. That's kind of cool. In the chat. Can I be online on Kick and do YouTube at the same time? Yes, I'm doing it right now, actually. I'm on Kick and on YouTube. Sup, Jake? This is Marcelino from YouTube. Awesome, Los Rams is Marcelino. What's up, Marcelino? Appreciate you following over on Kick. Oh, sorry, Alex. I think you said something in my chat. Scrolled. LOL, get in on Kick, guys. If you enjoy what Jake is doing right now in this stream we're a part of right now, Kick is literally the same exact thing, but with video games and vibes are immaculate. That's true. It's like, it's not just gaming, though. That's the thing that's great about it. Like, we're going to be having all sorts of watch parties, like things that I can't do on this platform, I can do on there. Like, for instance, film breakdown. I'm really excited about that. We'll get back to doing that. We'll do that consistently, you know. What's up, A-Dog? He's going to be okay for game 1. I believe so, yes. Yes. They're saying he should be back for scrimmages. That's the sound of it. It says I'm offline. Did I lose connection? No, I'm looking at myself right now in the creepiest way. I'm literally talking to myself while looking at it. So yeah, we're not offline. We're on there. We got 3 viewers. Normally, I mean, that's the thing. It's going to take a while to build up that Kick account. That's why I need your help. I need all hands on deck. It's why I've made multiple videos. It's why I'm doing giveaways. It's why I'm offering things because we got to build that thing up. It's not going to ever be YouTube. I don't know. I won't say that. I mean, maybe I, you know, everyone on YouTube comes over. I can't predict the future. I'm going to assume no. My thumbnail says Kupp is okay. I actually forgot that was what I put there. So yeah, I literally did the anti-clickbait. So I probably won't get that many views. But I think it's the right thing to do, right? You don't want to freak out the fan base. Just like, yeah, Kupp is okay. All right, cool. I can go about enjoying my day. I can breathe. Let's see. There we go. Scott, Kick is essentially only for streaming. So it's a streaming platform. When I finish, of course, they do turn into videos, but it's not like there's no, it's like YouTube has videos. That's mainly YouTube. It has YouTube Shorts and it has live streaming. All you get on Kick is live streaming. There are people that are on Kick that just do like just chatting where they'll talk like I'm doing right now. There are people on Kick that play video games. There are people on Kick that watch, like they do watch parties. They watch movies. There are also some other weird ones on there as well that I'm not interested in. There's gambling, there's casinos, there's hot tubs, like all sorts of stuff. I'm not in any of that. I'll chat like this. I'll do my talk show. And I'll also be on Kick if I'm like gaming. And I'm on there every night. So to answer your question, Scott. Yeah, so alt lag, Kupp hurt his hamstring. He got an MRI. They're gonna just play it close to the vest. Like they're not gonna overdo it with him. They're gonna stop using him and so forth. And so he should be back within 2 to 3 weeks. Those are the vibes right now. A little insight on Ronbo. He's a 49er YouTube content creator and hates the Rams. So from time to time, we remind him the NFC Championship game and the Rams winning the last two between our teams. Okay. Is he like a big 49er content creator or is he just kind of there? Yeah, you hope it's not a nagging injury. Come on, y'all. 41 left. We got 41 followers left on Kick. It takes 20 to 30 seconds to sign up. Once you follow, let me know. Once we hit 350 followers, I will literally commit to doing a film breakdown next week of anything of your choosing. We'll do like a poll deciding what to do. Let's go, guys. Hammies are definitely nagging. Yeah, they can be anyway. Oh. Let's see. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to head out. I'll tell you what, though. Okay? I'll still do the film breakdown next week if I get to 350 by the end of the day. So be sure to go follow on Kick. I'll put the comment. I'll put it in the description, the comment section. I'll put it in the community tab. I'm gonna get off before I burn myself out. I also got to edit our show from yesterday, Cam and I, off the edge. And I got to go eat. I don't know if you could hear my stomach was rumbling. Yep, there it is again. So clearly I'm hungry. So got to go eat. Got to go do all that. 309 followers. We're 41 away. Go hit that on Kick. I'm logging off now, but be sure to do that. And once I hit 350, I'll announce a film breakdown for next week. So appreciate y'all. Just be sure to, like I said, it takes like 20 to 30 seconds to sign up. But hope to see you guys there. I'll be streaming later. Thank you, Ramelia. I'll be streaming later on Kick. Like probably later tonight. So definitely feel free to stop by. But by the end of the day, if I don't hit 350, then I'll push back the draft, the NFL, film breakdown for another week. And then we'll try to do it again if we don't hit it and so forth. So yeah. All right.